My father was born in Vermont, and if you know anything about Vermont, you know it's extremely green. It's called the Green State, in fact, I think. But he was born in Vermont, and it's ironic that he should marry a girl from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, steel industrial capital of the world, the furthest thing from anything green. And after he married my mother, he, moved to Pittsburgh and got a job in the steel mills, and worked there until they laid him off after 35 years or so. But in his entire life, he never forgot Vermont and the green mountain state where he came from. And this love for nature and the natural he kept with him his entire life. And he tried to give it to his children, impart it to his children who were growing up in the steel capital of the country. This love for the natural and nature. We were always taking trips to lakes around Pittsburgh, Stoughton Lake, Lake Erie, parks. He'd take us at night or on the weekends. I remember going to parks with huge ball fields, right outside the city. He had this love for nature that I got as a child, growing up in Penn Hills, which was a suburb outside of Pittsburgh, and where I spent very formative years of my life, because we had a house in the suburbs, but behind it was a lot of undeveloped land and fields. And me and my brother would spend days and days out in the fields, and we always found something to do, So I grew up with this love for the nature and natural, and parks and greenery, which, being homeless now for the last 3 years, I have since rediscovered, because having lived the past 20 years in the Southwest and West, whether it's Pasadena, California, or Arizona, there's been very little greenery and very little woods, as I knew woods as a young boy. And so it's been nice kind of rediscovering this love that I have for trails and nature and parks and greenery, instead of sand and a cactus and dry, brittle, prickly Palo Verde trees. So I'm enjoying it, and it's nice. And I've been thinking a lot lately about my father, with Father's Day coming up here in about a week. Will be Father's Day. And I remember one time my father, after a particularly difficult year, I guess, we went to Vermont to visit my grandparents, like we always did. Every summer we would go to Vermont. And I asked my mother one time, why every summer did we have to go to Vermont and see our grandparents? She said, well, it's the only thing that your father asked for. And every year I do it for him. Well, after one particularly, I guess, bad year in the household, he took off during our stay, and we kids wanted to go with him. And I said, "Oh, where are you going?" He said, "No, I just want to be alone. I just want to, I just have to go somewhere." And he took with him the little Super 8mm camera that we had. I noticed it missing because I was a photographer in the family. I was like, well, I want to film this or film that. And anyways, he came back, and we never asked him where he went. And then a week or so later, we got back all the rolls of Super 8 film that were shot during our trip to our grandparents in Vermont. And there was this one, 2 minutes of film that was nothing but a creek. And I looked around the room, as the rest of the family did, at each other, saying, "Who shot this? It's Greg. Where did you shoot this at?" It's like, I'm there. I didn't shoot it. I don't. And my dad in back said, "I shot it." I said, "Okay, why?" It's like it was nothing but a creek going by. He's there. "I just wanted to shoot it." Like, okay. My dad is long dead. This is not a creek. It's the Rio Grande. Happy Father's Day.